Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Spiritual Growth Journeys. Thank you for joining me today. So I have some updates on what's happening, I guess, with the collective and what is happening with the entities on this planet and the bad ETs and stuff like that. I wanted to kind of give an update, and I didn't get this from anybody like Elena Denon or Alex Collier or Ishmael Perez or any of these people. I didn't get this information from them. I asked Yeshua about it. I went right to him and my higher self and asked them. And if you're seeing really weird black stuff in the background, I'm recording this on Zoom and it's nighttime here. And whenever it's nighttime here, I noticed when I try to make a video, it does this weird thing. It has to do with the lighting in the room. And it does this weird thing with the black stuff. It does not do it during the day. It's only at night. It's something to do with the lighting. I'm using a ring light here, so it's making my face look real bright. Because when I turn it off, the ring light off, then my whole background is just all black stuff. It's just really awful. I know it's not any entities because I've already asked them to leave. Plus, the people you see in the picture are literally standing next to me right now, so they're not going to allow any weird stuff in here. So don't think that there's entities in here. I've had this problem with the black weirdness for a while with filming videos, and it's only when I do it on Zoom. If I did it directly on my computer, that's why I know it's not entities, because when I film with other methods in here, I could use my phone, I can use my other computer, I can use a lot of different things. It's just this one computer with Zoom only. That's the only thing, and it causes all this black weird. You can see when I'm moving around, it's creating this. Yeah, so it's not an entity, because when I move, it makes it happen. So any movement I make, it just makes it kind of woo. So I just wanted to let you know, in case any of you are seeing all this black stuff on video going, ooh, she's got something bad there. It's like, no, it's just the technology sucks. That's really all it is. It's stinky technology. Because I've debunked it already, because the first time it happened, I was terrified. I thought I had entities in here, and it really freaked me out. So I had to debunk it. And luckily, thank God, it was technology, stinky technology. All right, so news. So if you haven't followed my Facebook posts, because you haven't seen them, because of course Facebook limits who can see my posts, I checked in recently with the boss, and what I got was 80% of the bad, what do we want to call it? The bad cabal guys that were running the planet before, and the bad Draco, the top level Draco reptilians that were running the show on Earth, are gone now. Okay, there's still 20% of them left. There's still 20% of these cabal people and reptilian people that put it this way, there's enough of them left to still create a lot of havoc. And recently I heard there's 3 bombs missing from our military, and they don't know where they went. So the bad guys probably have them. The bad guys actually are the ones who shot down Elon Musk's satellites that he launched into space, and the missile came from Central Europe. It came right from the cabal. It's really quite fascinating to me, because I had planned a trip to Germany, Austria, and Switzerland 3 years in a row. And each year that I did it, 2019, 2020, 2021, my trips were canceled on me. And after the third one, I asked the boss, I said, you don't want me to go there, do you? And he said, no. And I'm like, why don't you want me to go there? Why are you blocking me? And they said, because that's where the really bad, the very top cheese cabal people were hiding out. So they're still there, unfortunately. Some of the top highest level that are in hiding. They're really hard to find, very hard to find. The only way we're going to find them is we need to have every psychic remote viewing these a-holes from wherever if you're a psychic or you're a remote viewer, everybody needs to band together and find them. I don't have that ability. I don't do remote viewing, and I don't want to do remote viewing. It's too stressful. I already have enough issues in my life. I don't need to add that layer on. I give that work to Jenny Lee. Jenny Lee is an amazing remote viewer, or Ileana the Star Traveler. They're both amazing remote viewers. Or my friend Miriam, she's an amazing remote viewer, but she doesn't do much of it anymore because it stresses her out too much as well. So I leave all of the remote viewing crap to people who are experts at it. But if we could get every remote viewer together, we could probably find these guys, and somebody needs to work with the military and help them to find these guys. But there's about 20% of them left on the planet, and it's enough of them to create quite a bit of trouble. Will they cause nuclear war and blow us up? No, do not go to a place of fear. That will never happen, because all of the nukes have been dismantled and basically blocked by the good ETs that are here helping us out in the Earth Alliance. So the chance of there ever being a nuclear war, that's not going to happen. But they could do small bombings. They could do bombings of like a city, a specific city or a specific area. They still have weather weapons. They're doing a lot of weather warfare. That's why you have floods in Mississippi. That's why you have floods in Georgia. That's why you have fires all over California again, and my state where I live. And, they're just burning down. All the liberal states are always burning down. So they're still going to town. There's still a war. There's still a spiritual war going on. The really bad news, unfortunately, is 100% of the demons are still on Earth. I asked, have any of the demons been removed from the planet? The answer was no. They're all still here. They're waiting on the Earth to shift. When we go through the really big shift where this place is just immersed with that love consciousness frequency, they won't be able to live here. As we go higher and higher in consciousness, the demons will not be able to live, and then they will leave, or they will be obliterated. One of the two. They will leave here of free will, or they will be obliterated. But right now, 100% of them are still here. So what does this mean for you? One thing I teach people in private sessions and in a lot of videos that I've done tons of free videos all over YouTube for you guys. I talk about spiritual protection over and over and over again. I do it in posts. I do it in videos. I've done it in interviews. I've done it in classes that I've created. But protect. As long as those demons are still on Earth, you have to surround you and your family with a multiple layer shield of protection, a multi-layer shield from Archangel Michael and your own guardian angels, because you all have guardian angels assigned to you since you were born. You need to surround and protect yourself with a multi-shield layer of protection. So if you do that, you will be okay. They're not going to mess with you. If you get drunk, then demons will attach to you. In fact, they hang out in bars. They wait for people who are inebriated, and then they either attach to them or they possess them. If you're under the influence of drugs, if you get stoned, or you're doing coke, or you're smoking marijuana and you get really high, you have a high incident of getting demonic attachment or even possession, because all of those are a gateway that opens you up. Basically, it opens up a portal within you to allow the demons to either come in or attach to you. So I'm not telling you don't drink and don't smoke pot, but do it in moderation to where you're not high or drunk or stoned or drugged out. You don't want to get to a state where your mind is not 100% in control. Okay. You always want to have your mind 100% in control. And every morning when you do your prayers, you ask for the protection around yourself, but also your home, your family, your vehicles, your bank accounts, your business or your job, the workplace you go to, the office you go to. All your family members ask for shields of protection placed around them, the food you eat, the water you drink, whatever you're drinking. bank accounts, computers, cell phones, all electronics, because the nefarious, malevolent people can hack into that and listen to you, and ask to have a cloak of invisibility placed upon you, your home, and your family, so that you're totally invisible to any malevolent or nefarious beings. That's really important to ask for every day, because until we get the demons off the planet, which don't ask me how long that will be, because I don't have an accurate crystal ball, because the timelines just keep shifting and shifting. I'm actually getting impatient and a little mad with my team, because my team will tell me, oh, this is going to happen in 4 months. 4 months comes, it doesn't happen. And then I say, what the F? Why did this not happen? Why did this not happen? And their answer is always, because all of the people whose fingers are in the pot are switching the timelines up, because there's so many people involved in our collective consciousness, and government institutions and organizations, and the bad guys and the good guys and the this and the that. There's so much involved, that everything just keeps changing and changing and changing. So at this rate that we're going, there's no way to predict when things will happen, how, all of that. There's just no way to know. So what I am doing in my own life is I'm not watching any videos at all, or reading anything where people give dates. I just heard 3 more videos that were out there from people saying that on 9/3, was going to happen. Well, yesterday was 9/3, today's 9/4, and none of that ever happened. It's a bunch of baloney. And every time they give a date, it doesn't happen. They always say Nasara and Jasara on this day. It's definitely happening. And then the next week, the same thing. They've been saying this crap for 4 years. It goes on and on. They keep pushing the marker forward. They will never tell you a date. That's why in the Bible and Revelations, I believe it is, where it says he comes like a thief in the night. You're not supposed to know, and you're not going to know, because the timelines keep switching and changing and switching and changing and switching and changing. So people, get over it. Get over this need to know when the date is, and stay in the present moment. Practice. I don't like using the word mindfulness, even though I'm a certified mindfulness instructor. I like to call it what it is, which is present moment awareness, just staying in the present moment and practicing presence. What am I doing now? What do I have control over? All these things going on around you that you don't have control over, pray on them and give them over to God and move on with your life. Okay. The things that you do have control over, sit your butt down, write a plan out, and say, this is how I'm going to deal with this situation in my life, and get busy and pray on that too. Ask for the angels, ask for Christ, Yeshua, Creator, Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, Divine Mother, whoever, Babaji, Maitreya, Buddha, all the ascended masters. Invite them in and ask them to help you with your current life situations. If your health is bad, if your finances are bad, if you need a job, start manifesting it. We're actually in a place in the universe right now that we've been moved into, where you are instantly manifesting with your words, your talk, your actions, your thoughts, your beliefs. So start saying, affirming in your head all day, out loud. Realistically, out loud is the most powerful. I am so grateful that I am full of prosperity and all my needs are provided for. I'm so grateful that I'm getting my perfect dream job and everything is in alignment with my divine self. I am so grateful my entire body is healthy and whole, and anything that needs healing is healing quickly. I am so grateful that I am supported by God and the universe and my angels and Christ and my family and friends who love me, and my community, my spiritual community. I am so grateful that I have financial abundance. Start saying these things in your head and out loud all day long. Whatever it is that you want to create, whatever the end result is, that is what we need to all be focusing on right now. Don't say, oh, I wish it wasn't this, I wish it wasn't that. Every time you say, I wish this would stop, you're attracting more of this. So like if you say, I wish the BIDAN guy would go away. I'm spelling his name out because I don't want to get closed down on YouTube. But if you say, I wish he'd go away, he's going to just keep coming back. Why? Because you need to say, I wish that the government would be created the new 5D, I'm trying to think of a way to say this. I wish that the new fifth density service to humanity government would now be created and working. Okay. And that all of the cabal-based governments would go away. Okay. And that the new system, 5D, fifth density, Nasar Jasar, whatever they want to call it, I don't care, government system would be up and running. Focus on the end result. What's the end result? Not what you don't want. Okay. So every day we need to stay present, present, present. Stop watching all these videos where they're saying a date. And if they say a date, they're full of crap. They don't know. The people giving the dates, they don't know. I don't know. I talk to these guys every day. Okay. And they don't even know. They won't tell me because they said there's too many variables in the pot. There's too many cooks in the kitchen. There's just too much going on. There's no way to determine if it's this week, next year, 5 years from now. Live your lives to the fullest. Enjoy your life. Clear all of your past life trauma. Heal your shadow side, all the dark sides of your ego. Get rid of them. Heal them. Get rid of your bad ego completely. Heal all your family relationships. Heal your body. Work on that. Meditate every day. Connect to source every day. That is what we should all be focusing on. Spending quality time with your family. Like today, my husband and my son and I went to a big food event that was at a park where they had 50 food booths, and we got to eat all kinds of stuff like elephant ears, and which aren't really elephant ears. It's really this yummy pastry that's covered with sugar and cinnamon. And yes, I know that stuff is bad for you, but every now and then you have to have some fun and enjoy your life. So I eat a really holistic, healthy diet pretty much all year. And once in a while, I have a cheat day where I go and have a little fun and eat naughty crap. So part of my food was naughty and part wasn't, because I had a gyro, which is a Greek, a euro, not a euro, a euro. It's Giro. It's euro. It's not, you don't call it a gyro, you call it a euro. And it's Greek, and it's basically pita with the special gyro meat with the special seasonings from Greece, Mediterranean seasonings that they put in there. And then they put tzatziki sauce, which is like cucumber and Greek yogurt. It's like a yogurt sauce. It's really yummy all over it. And they put some vegetables, like they had sauteed onions. It was really yummalicious. So that's Mediterranean food is very healthy. In fact, Mediterranean area is one of the blue zones. There's a whole book and series about the blue zones. Those are the places on earth where people live way past 100, healthy, happy, whole. They don't get dementia. They don't get Alzheimer's. They don't get heart disease or any of that. And it's because of the Mediterranean diet, because Greece is a huge blue zone, specifically one island in particular where the people live the longest in the world. And it's because they eat fish and vegetables they raise only on their island. They don't get anything from anywhere else in the world imported in. It's all grown on their island. And they pretty much eat that. And they also party every day. They get together. Everybody from the island gets together in the village, I guess every day. And they have like a big party. They all celebrate and they dance and they hug each other. And, they're nice to each other, and they basically increase all the serotonin in their brain. And that helps them to live longer. So anyways, that's what we need to be doing. We need to live la dolce vita, the sweet life, every single day. That's an Italian term, not a Greek term, la dolce vita. I'm sure you've heard that before. There was a famous movie with that title. But we need to be doing that every day right now, because none of us know what's coming. And every time you are watching all these crazy ass videos where they're talking about this negative thing and that negative thing, there's a doctor that's all over social media, Dr. Jane Ruby. Everything she puts out it's just so much fear, because she doesn't give a solution for anything. It's just more and more fear. I was on her page, and I don't think she's a bad person. I think she's a really good person. I think her job is she's trying really hard to wake people up. I think she's actually a really amazing person. Honestly, I have a lot of respect for her and what she's doing as a doctor. She's trying to wake people up to all the truth of the medical system and these things, and she's just been a champion for the truth. The problem is all the info she's putting out for people like me who already know all of this. I already know all of it. It's just negativity, and it drags me down. It drags my energy down. It lowers my vibration, and I don't like how I feel. When I read the information and I watch the videos and the interviews with Stu Peters, it's all just negative. And the thing is there's no solution. Like, they don't say, here's what we're going to do to make this go away, or everybody has to get together and then have a plan. Like, they don't give you a plan of, let's all get together and let's do this and make all this go away. They don't do that. They just tell you about all these bad things, and now they're creating this, and now they've created that, and now the lab and now the PFIZER guys blah blah blah, and it's just fear, negative fear. So I've made a promise to myself to not watch any of those videos, not read their reports, not read any of it. Any of this stuff that I already know all this stuff because I've been awake. Well, I've been awake my whole life, but different levels of awakeness. In the last 4 years, I've learned a fair amount of stuff. But at this point, I know everything. I know about the whole situation of the earth. I know about underneath the earth, what's going on. I know up about space, what's going on. I know all of it. And so for me to read these things and watch these things, it just lowers my vibration. So for all of you who are watching right now, if you are like me and you already know everything, you already know that this world is screwed up and a prison planet and basically hell, and you know the truth about medical and schools and the truth about the food industry and the finance industry and the government, and you know all these things, don't put your energy into these videos anymore. Instead, the videos that I've been watching are 528 hertz and higher frequency music, singers who are singing spiritual music. There's a whole bunch of singers. There's one named Mylin. She's amazing. I follow her. There's a guy I follow. His name is Ben Carroll. Let me see if I can find video for you on him. I think his name's Ben Carroll. I bought one of his CDs. He's amazing. I'm going to look him up here just to make sure I got the right name. I want to say it's Ben Carroll, but yeah, it's Ben Carroll. So it's Ben and then Carroll. He's an amazing singer. He sits with all these singing bowls and he films these beautiful, he sounds like an angel. He kind of looks like a male angel, honestly, or a Pleiadian. He looks like a Pleiadian or an angel. He's a very beautiful man, and he's got this long white flowy hair. He's kind of like a modern Gandalf the White or something, but very young, young Gandalf the White. And his music is so healing and beautiful. So I listen to all the healing stuff. I watch self-help videos. I watch this lady who does like over 50 for people over 50, because I'm over 50, videos for women, for like exercise and makeup and diet, and it's all self-help. I'm watching a lot of self-help because I'm doing a lot of work on myself, and also trying to help my family as well every day, always trying to help my family to heal and to do good things. So that is what I'm focusing my attention on. I don't watch any videos from any of the other healers and psychics who I work with, who are my friends. I don't really watch their videos unless there's something on there that my team tells me I have to watch. And it's not that I don't support them, because I do promote all their videos. I will promote them to you. The reason I don't watch them is because if my team tells me to watch them, I will, because usually they're telling you things I already know, because we all know the same information. And when I watch Victoria, or I watch Sandra Michaelis, or Sandra in Germany, or any of these people, all of the stuff that they're saying, I already know this stuff. And so for me to spend my time watching it, I don't have a lot of time. I'm busy with my family and my business, helping people, just making videos, all kinds of stuff, creating new classes, writing books, writing this, writing that. I'm busy. And so I don't have the time to watch everybody's videos. And so if my team says, oh, Victoria just made a video that you really need to watch, Kimberly, then I will watch it. But otherwise, I'm focusing all my attention on self-help, improvement, improving myself, improving my family life, improving our health, improving our diets, improving my garden. You know, I'm trying to learn how to create a vegetable garden. I have one that I got going and it's not doing so well because I don't know squat about gardening. So I'm trying to learn better, that type of thing. So those are the things I'm focusing on right now. And then my own spiritual growth and development. I'm always reading new spiritual books. I just ordered, let's see, what can I share with you? I'm really excited to read this. It's called Beyond the Light Barrier, the autobiography of Elizabeth Clare. It's the romantic story of this South African woman and a man from the planet Meton, which is a planet in Proxima Centauri. And so, you know, I'm always reading new books all the time. Someday I'm going to put them up on my website. I also bought myself the Pistis Sophia, the Gnostic Traditions of Mary Magdalene, Jesus and his disciples. I'm going to read that. I don't know if any of that info is true because a lot of these books are baloney, but I'm going to read it to vet it for you guys so I can recommend it if it is good. But that's this kind of stuff that I'm focusing on. So now I have my big news. Da, da, da. Wish I had like a trumpet. So as you know, this YouTube channel, I want you to know I put thousands of hours of my time into this. So the videos I have, I've got like 120 videos or something up, and I've put a minimum of 1,000 hours or more into them because each video takes me many hours to write, you know, prepare, what am I going to say, whatever. And then sometimes I have to reshoot them over and over. It could take 10 or more hours for one little video. So I've spent a lot of time on these videos. It's all free. It's all my free time that I'm using. And I don't get paid from YouTube because they have me blackballed. You know, I have 9,000 plus subscribers and they'll have like 1,000 people maybe show you, you know, what's going on basically with me. You know, they don't notify the people who've hit the notification bell. They don't notify them. They don't show my videos to anyone. They're pretty much blackballing me because I'm sharing the truth on this channel, and they haven't shut me down yet because I've kept my mouth really careful what comes out. Like I don't use the JABBERDOODL word out loud. You know, I try not to say that. I do this. So that doesn't get me shut down. And I don't talk about politicians' names. I don't name their names because that will get you, especially if you say the letter that comes after S. If you say his name, I can't even say the first initial anymore. That'll get you shut down. You can't say Mr. and then that letter, or it gets you shut down. So, so I'm really careful what I say. And the thing is I don't get a lot of money on here, and my time is valuable. I've already done all these videos on here and will continue to do free videos on here. But every now and then I need to get something back for the energy I'm putting in because I'm just expending all this energy for free. And I don't have a full-time day job to pay the bills. My daughter and I, and now my son too, have gazillions of dollars in medical bills. We're about to lose our medical insurance and we're a little scared. Yeah. My husband's semi-retired and I don't make very much money. So anybody who thinks I make a ton of money off of people doing the work I do, think again. I make very limited income. I make less than most people on planet Earth. I don't make that much. So, the thing is the reason I'm telling you all this is because I spent 25 hours of my time talking to these two, Yeshua and Mary Magdalene and Mother Mary, and asking them about the whole chronology of his entire life, who he was before he became Yeshua, where they came from, his DNA, his lineage on both mother's side and father's side, his birth, his whole chronology from 0 to 6 months and 9 months to this and 9 years to that. I mean, his whole chronology, year by year of his life, where he was in the world, everything, went over all of it, the whole lineage of Mary Magdalene, the whole lineage of Mother Mary, Yeshua's father, the royal bloodlines, the forward bloodlines, what happened before he died, what about his teachings. I talk about the Essenes. I did this whole thing. I did 25 plus pages of notes. It took me about 20 hours of my time to write them, and then another 5 hours of my time doing the record, to get the recorded teaching up. And so I made a whole webinar about all of this information. It's the most comprehensive Yeshua video I've ever made in my life. And the information that's in there, a majority of it, you will not get it. You will not find any of that info on the internet ever. You'll never find it. You will never hear it from anyone, because they don't have the relationship I have, and they didn't sit there and have a chat with them for 25 hours taking notes. It wasn't 25 hours straight through, or I'd probably be dead with blood sugar bottoming out and passed out and all that. But I mean, it was broken up in times over the course of several days. But I took literally 25 pages of notes with my arthritic little hands and wrists, just so I can help all of you and give you this, because I'm here to bring the truth of these people to the earth, bring back the divine feminine, and continue their teachings, because they asked me in 2011 to continue their teachings. So for those of you who don't know how and where I'm getting this information, you need to know I was born with all kinds of special little gifts, like clairaudience, clairsentience, clairvoyance, all these kind of gifts. And they've gotten stronger over the years. And I've been having conversations with them and Mother Mary, since I was very little, and they've been close to me since I was born. They've been close to me. And in fact, shamans and psychics and intuitive people see them standing next to me all the time. They'll say, "Who's the guy standing next to you with the white robe?" And I'll show them this picture that's up on my screen here. I'll show them that, and I'll say, "Does he look like this?" And they're like, "Yeah, that's what he looks like." And they're like, "Who is that?" And I'm like, "That's Yeshua." And some of the people who see him are Christian, and some aren't, so they're not familiar with him. I've had Muslims see him standing next to me. They don't even know who he is. They don't believe in him. So I've seen Jews who don't believe in him see him standing next to me. So people who are psychic. Also, my best friend Sarah was in my bedroom, my guest bedroom here, which is my office, my desk, everything's in the guest bedroom. She was spending the night, and the next morning she says to me, "Your boss was here." And I mean, "What do you mean my boss was here?" And she said, "Well, I woke up and I got a little scared because your office chair was moving around by itself. I heard it moving. And then I looked at the chair very closely, and I saw Yeshua sitting there, and he turned around and he smiled, grinning, big smile at her, in his white robe with his beautiful auburn hair and beard. And then he disappeared. And it's because I think that was a confirmation to her that he's always here with me, because there's some people who may have, like, I don't know, doubt, or it might just been him saying hello. I don't know for sure exactly why he showed himself to her, but for some reason he needed to do that. I mean, I don't think she doubts me. I think she believes me, but as far as I know, she does. But I'm just trying to figure out why he decided to show up here when she was here. And I don't really know the answer. I haven't had time to sit and chat with him about that. I've been too busy with other things. So eventually I'll ask him, why did you come? Or I shouldn't say, why did you come? He's here all the time. Why did you show yourself to her? So, and for any of you doubters who sit there and go, "Oh, how do you know you're not talking to demons or entities or AI or archons or ETs?" I got news for you people. First of all, I'm part of that soul family. I'm part of the huge soul family of people. I was with them. I walked with them when he was here. And so a lot of the information I share in the video comes from my own memories of walking with them. And then the rest comes from them. And I am connected to them through kind of like, if you've ever watched Elena Danon's video, she talks about how she has a chip in her head that the ETs planted, and it allows her to connect with Thorhan up in a spaceship. Well, I have a similar implant, except mine is an energetic implant that I got from both of them. It's kind of like a little medallion of energy, or like a communication device of energy, but it's not like an actual like thing materialistic. it's an energetic, I called it a little fractal, but it's not the same as a soul fractal. It's a different thing, but it's basically allows me to stay connected. Maybe even you can call it a cord. I don't know, but I'm basically connected to them always and have been since I was little. And all of the information that comes from them is 100% unconditional love. I've never had one dark, fearful thing ever come from them. About the only thing dark or fearful is they've warned me, don't go here, something bad will happen, like to protect me. They will warn me, don't do this, it's bad, or don't do that, don't eat that food, you'll get food poisoning, or something like that. But I've never ever had them tell me anything for a client that was negative or harmful. I've never had them tell me anything negative or fear-based. It's always love, 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 love. That's how you know I'm not talking to demons or archons or bad ETs or blah, 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 blah. So all of you doubter, Bible thumper people, if you don't like my videos and you don't like what I do, adios amigos, get off my channel. Sorry. Scroll on by, as they say. Just keep walking and don't come back. Don't come back now, you hear? Sorry. I get feisty. I have to be a warrior in order to be here and do this, because I'm persecuted just like he was all the time. I've got all of these people that come after me, including my own family, persecuting me all the time. So telling me they don't believe in psychics. There's no such thing as psychics. There's only people like the mentalists who are using their intense brainy smartness to figure people's crap out. And, there's no such thing as psychic stuff. Wait till they see me levitate and we'll see what they say. Anyway, that's coming soon. Once I go 5D, man, levitation, I'll be reading their mind, everything that's in their head, whatever, talking to them in their head. Then they're going to be really saying, gee, I'm sorry I didn't believe in psychic stuff. Hopefully they'll say that. But anyways, so I now have this video recorded. It is up on my Learn It Live page. I am asking for an energy exchange of $25. Most of you spend more than that on cigarettes or coffee at Starbucks, or a meal at a fast food restaurant for two people is going to be like $30. So for $25, you get 2.5 hours of nonstop information about him and her and their whole life and their family and all the history. And it's a lot of important stuff that you will not find online. I don't care where you look. You won't find it in a book anywhere. You won't find it anywhere, because it's coming from my being there and then also getting the info directly from them. So I'm going to put the link to that in the description on this video. But if for some reason you can't find it, which, I have people, I don't understand why people can't find this stuff, but there's some people who don't know how to scroll down to the description and read through it. It's Learn It Live, LearnitLive.com/Kimberly Palm. That's my Learn It Live teaching page. It's got my women's groups that are weekly women's groups on there, and those are $25. It's got my all my classes, my pendulum classes, my meditation classes, my chakra balancing, my energy workshops, my class for children, my meditation class for kids. All of that is on my learnitlive.com/Kimberly Palm, and I will put that in the description. So if you want to know the true history of him and her, for $25, you can get it. You can watch it over and over again. You can take notes. You can feel free to share that info with whoever you want. Just make sure when they say, where'd you get it, that you give me the credit. I want the information, to be honest. I want it to get out to everybody on planet Earth. If I could share this with everybody on the planet, I would. The problem is there's, all those bad guys that would not be too happy with me putting this information out. And that's also another reason I'm not putting this on YouTube. So part of why it's not on YouTube is to protect me, because I don't want any old bad guy to be able to go watch my video for free and then harass me or bully me or blah, 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 blah. We don't want that. And so by making this a paid class, it keeps the riffraff out. So the people who shouldn't be watching it are most likely not going to watch it. I mean, there may be some people who pay to watch it and they're angry because they were really church indoctrinated and everything I say goes against all their indoctrination. They may have a problem with that. But by putting it on Learn It Live, I'm protecting myself by charging a little small fee of $25. I'm getting paid back for the energy, and I'm being able to pay some of the medical bills that we have going on around here. Cause like I said, I don't have a full-time day job, people. So it's not like I can just sit around and help people all day for free unless I want to go out in the street and die and live in a little sleeping bag out on the street corner somewhere. So, anyways, that's about it for today. I'm really excited that I finally got this important work up on the internet, this class. It's, I think, probably one of the most important things I've ever done, other than writing that Ascension 101 book and that Fountain of Youth book, I think, and having my children. I think having my children was the number one most important thing I've ever done, writing those 2 books and probably creating this body of work revealing his whole life story. That's probably one of the most important things I think I've ever done. So I hope you will appreciate it as much as I do. I really appreciate that they took their time to talk to me and to give me their story and to tell me where they've been. And, I'm really grateful to them for all of it. So I love you all. Thank you for joining me for another video, and we'll see you next time.